To close our session today with some inspiration, please give a Dale Carnegie welcome to franchisee Allyn Walker.
Garage. In the second grade, that was me. I went through speech therapy growing in elementary school. I didn't know the exact term, but my parents said my tongue was tied. I don't know exactly what that means. What it means is I couldn't say my R's or my L's very well. And so I would stand in line outside in the playground, and as we were waiting to come in, I would practice words like garage. And I would say my R's and I would say my L's every day, 20 a day. Now, in the second grade, it was pretty cute. In fact, if you had a recording of me as the little drummer boy in the Christmas play, I was a darling. Here they come, po, wumpa bum bum. Cute in the second grade. But my parents believed that, particularly growing up in Kansas City. My dad always joked if I grew up in Boston, it never would have been a problem. But in Kansas City, we had to have that flat Midwestern accent. But they believed in me. And the speech pathologist that worked with me believed in me. And I had to believe in myself that I could one day be articulate. It's a tremendous, as you think about the different times in your life where people have had an impact on you. And of course, one of the reasons why I like to work in this business is because of the impact we have on others. I mean, it's the theme of the regional. You haven't been able to sit through the last couple of days without thinking about the impact that we have on others. Over the last 2 weeks, I've gotten 4 different communications, a phone call, an email, and 2 LinkedIn messages. One was from Jim. He took a Dale Carnegie course with Sharon Garrett, who's here at the convention, 10 years ago. He was an individual contributor, and now he's formed his own IT recruiting firm. And he said, I was thinking about what I needed to do to build my business. I thought of Dale Carnegie. I got an email from Andy. Andy is an MTSU graduate from years ago, and in 2002, he could not speak in front of a group. He called me last week and he said, could you give me 200 of your golden books? I'm about to speak in front of 200 clients, and I want to talk about Dale Carnegie. The answer was, of course I can. Of course I can. I think about Mike, who is in the music publishing industry. And he took a Dale Carnegie course 10 years ago. And he called us the other day. Now he works at a record storage company. And he's been brought in to fix the culture. He wanted them to have a Dale Carnegie experience. And I think of Melissa, who worked at a senior care center in our area, and now a senior VP of a regional senior care organization. And she said, we're having trouble with retention, we're having trouble with our leadership development, and I thought of what could we do? Now, I mean, these are my stories. You've got hundreds of them, of the impact that we make to individuals. I was thinking of the impact that we make to companies. Over the last month, we just finished up one of our premier signature leadership experiences at one of our best clients, Nissan North America. Yeah, what you just heard was Kara Hankins, who we have to give extra time in between appointments because she's such a rock star on campus. We can't go anywhere without hugs and conversations and people tracking her down. They finished their one of 3 programs that we've done for them. And to date, they have returned through business application projects $170 million back to their organization based on the application projects from the signature experience that we walked them through. Organizational impact. Had an opportunity to have breakfast with Eric Ruckel a few days ago, and we reminded ourselves of something that we say, or we used to say, I say, within our business. We have the organizational impact, we have the individual impact, we have impact among our teams. Those of you know this, it's that we live by the Dale, we sell by the sales course, and we manage by the leadership training for managers. We live the principles. And so we were talking about it with our team. Last year at convention, our team was honored to win a growth award. We had 50% growth that year. So excited. And the team, here's the fun part. Several of you asked me, they said, did being IDCFA president take a lot of time away from your franchise? And the answer, of course, is yes, it did. But here's what I learned is that the less time I spent in my franchise, they grew by 50%. So apparently I was the problem. When you live the principles, they work. And so at our team meeting last year, we had just grown 50%. And we're setting team goals. And the team said, we think we can do double-digit growth again. And we decided that was ridiculous to do. In fact, we decided it was ludicrous to do. Double-digit growth after 50% growth. And so just to make it more of an incentive, I had gone to Scotland that summer with my daughter. You might tell I have a lot of Scottish roots. And so I said, if we do double-digit growth, I will wear a kilt to the banquet at next year's regional. Now, it didn't look so good early in the summer. But in August, our team crushed the numbers. I'm talking big numbers. I'm talking Norman and Associate numbers that they landed in August, and we hit double-digit growth this year. So tonight, now listen, I didn't do this halfway. I had to honor my team, and I had to honor my grandfather, Franklin Keith Cummings of Clan Cummings. And so when you come into the banquet tonight, you'll say, is that Sean Connery? Too much hair. It's like, is that Mel Gibson? No. You'll be seeing your franchisee from Tennessee, Allyn Walker, in a full Clan Cummings kilt. Oh, yeah. You see, we believe that we have an impact on our team, individuals, and organizations. I remember the lunch I had with Joe at the Oyster Bar at Grand Central Station. And Joe said yesterday that he walked away with more confidence that this was the organization he wanted to lead. I walked away from that meeting with confidence that he was the person to lead it. And the thing that Joe said in the meeting that I remember, and he says it all the time, is that we have greatness within us. Greatness within us. And if we unlock that greatness, the impact it has is tremendous. So we can believe we have impact on organizations, and we can believe that we have impact on individuals, and we can believe that we have impact on our team. But the question today is, do you believe that you have greatness within you? Because that's the formula. You think about our performance change pathway. If we want better results, right, we're going to have a behavior change. And when we come to convention, we find all kinds of behaviors we want to change. But that's not the formula. It's not BC equals PC. It's emotional change plus behavior change equals performance change. So the question is, among all the things we think of to do after convention, my question is who are we? Do you believe that you have greatness within you? Because if it works for our organizations, if it works for individuals, if it works for our teams, it works for you. Because the only way we're going to have impact in all the communities in which we serve is by having that impact here. And when you believe that you have greatness inside, that greatness then spills out into all the environments that we're in. So do you believe that you can make an impact? Do you believe that you can make a change? That's the difference we can make. Now, to make sure that we end this on the right note, I am going to ask, and I did not give him a heads up to this, but I'm going to ask Dr. David Urban to come back up to the stage one more time. Would you come up, Dr. Urban? Yes. I don't think there's any better way to close this convention than the way you closed your presentation, that it's our time right now. Would you be willing to lead us through that one more time? Would you want him to lead it? Everybody stand up. Go ahead and stand up. All right, ready? It is our time right now. It's our time right now. It's your time right now. There you are. There you are. Hey, stay up here for us 1 second. To thank Dr. Urban for being with us and for presenting with us today. Dr. Urban, we have a few gifts to say thank you. So Joe is going to make his way up to the stage. I understand that it is a first edition How to Win Friends and Influence People, a pair of very rare copper cuff links, and other wonderful surprises. But that's enough for now. So thank you.
Thank you so much. We're so grateful for you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful afternoon.